Mushrooms and Dragons, Season 2, Episode 6. In Episode 5, we gave you the first 15 names the ancient peoples had for the planet Venus. In this episode, we will continue on giving you more names. The first name on our list that the ancient people had for planet Venus is Tistria. Tistria is the name of a Zoroastrian benevolent divinity. In a hymn of the Avesta, Tistria is invoked in a cosmic struggle against a drought-bringing demon. The demon soon gained the upper hand over Tistria. The Yazata called upon the creator, Ahura Mazda. We told you Ahura Mazda was planet Jupiter. Tistria was able to defeat the demon. The second name on our list for planet Venus, Ishtar. We typed in Ishtar and it redirects us here to Inanna. She is the ancient Mesopotamian goddess, originally worshipped in Sumer. She was known by the Akkadian Empire, by the Babylonians, and later by the Assyrians as Ishtar. Her primary title is the Queen of Heaven. Enki, planet Mercury, becomes infuriated and sends multiple fierce monsters after Inanna. Goddess Ishtar is planet Venus, and her symbol is the 8-pointed star. The Venus tablets of Ammisaduqa. Tablet 63 is the record of astronomical positions for planet Venus. The tablet gives the rise and times of Venus and its first and last visibility on the horizon before and after the sunrise and sunset, and the settings of the planet Venus for a period of 21 years. The Venus tablet is part of the Enuma, Anu, and Lil, a long text dealing with the Babylonian astrology. Mostly consist of omens in the form of celestial phenomena. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Astarte. Astarte is the Hellenized form of the goddess Atat. Like her East Semitic equivalent, Ishtar, Astarte was a complex goddess, and Philo of Byblos wrote about Astarte with Zeus. Third name on our list for planet Venus is Sidus. Caesar's Comet, also known as Sidus Star, the Star of Caesar, was a 7-day cometary outburst. Ovid describes the deification of Caesar like this: Jupiter, the Father, spoke. Take up Caesar's spirit from his murdered corpse and change it into a star. Venus stood in the midst of the Senate, took up the newly freed spirit of Caesar. She carried it towards the glorious stars. She felt it glow, and it took fire. She loosed it from her breast. It climbed higher than the moon, and drawing behind it a fiery tail, shone as a star. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Berith. Baal Berith is a god of the covenant worshipped in Shechem and in ancient Canaan, according to the Bible. In an earlier episode, we taught you that Baal was the planet Jupiter. Then in our last episode, we taught you that Jupiter gave birth to planet Venus. So now you have the name of planet Jupiter along with the name for planet Venus, because that is where she came from. Baal Berith, Venus of Jupiter. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Al-Uzza. Al-Uzza was a goddess in Arabian religion in pre-Islamic times. The third eye imagery in many forms is associated with the goddess Al-Uzza. Venus was born from Jupiter's forehead. The next two names on our list is Horus and Isis. In an earlier episode, we told you that Isis was the planet Jupiter and it gives birth to the god Horus. Horus is one of the most significant ancient Egyptian deities. He was worshipped from the late prehistoric Egypt until the Roman Egypt. Different forms of Horus are recorded in history. Planet Jupiter, Isis, gives birth to planet Venus, Horus. It comes towards us and collides, knocks us off of our axis, kills the dragon Set, and destroys our world, but people survive and they get a little confused about which god is which planet. So Isis and Horus get swapped. The Osiris myth is a story in ancient Egyptian mythology. Concerns the murder of the god Osiris, who is planet Saturn. Osiris's murderer, Set. Set is a dragon. Osiris's wife, Isis, who is the planet Jupiter. So Jupiter restores Saturn and puts him in the outer solar system. Then Jupiter gives birth to the god Horus, who is the planet Venus. The remainder of the story focuses on Horus and Isis, the relationship between planet Jupiter and planet Venus. Then Horus becomes Set's rival for the throne. A violent conflict ends with planet Venus's triumph over the dragon and restores cosmic order after Set's unrighteous reign. Google Earth. As we zoom into North Africa, Set the dragon is right here. There is his face with his red eye, his open mouth, all the black stuff running out of his mouth, and then his throat. That black strip goes all the way down Set the dragon's body. And then, as we zoom out, we see his two legs, one leg, two leg. As we zoom out to the body again, we follow his tail. Yes, the dragon has a tail with dragon scales in it. One more time, I'm going to zoom out and bring you back to the dragon. Here's his face. Here are the beards coming off of his face. And here are the dragon scales that just run all the way down across North Africa. All the way. Nothing but dragon scales as you go. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Sekhmet. In ancient Egypt, Sekhmet was a warrior goddess. Sekhmet is the daughter of Ra. Sekhmet acted as a vengeful manifestation of Ra's power. Eye of Ra, the red spot on Jupiter. She causes plagues, which were described as her messengers. In a myth about the end of Ra's rule on Earth, Ra sends the goddess in the form of Sekhmet to destroy mortals who conspired against him. During an annual festival, Egyptians danced and played music to imitate the extreme drunkenness that stopped the wrath of the goddess when she almost destroyed humanity. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Mushpa. The Bundahis, Primal Creation, is an encyclopedic collection of Zoroastrian cosmology and a very interesting thing to read. Chapter 5 of the Bundahis, the planets and cosmology. The thievish Mushpa, provided with tails unto the sun and the moon and the stars. The sun has attached Mushpa to its own radiance by mutual agreement, so that he, Mushpa, may be less able to do harm. Venus, a fancy way of saying Venus. The next name on our list for planet Venus is Admenius. Admenios in Greek mythology means heroic praise. But Admenios was a beautiful boy who was the son of Cassiopeia and Zeus and connected to the phoenix. Admenios was worshipped along with Europa. The 12th and final name on our list for planet Venus is Anatis. Anahita is the old Persian name of an Iranian goddess, earlier known as Aragvisura. The Greeks and the Roman historians refer to her as Anatis. Anatis became associated with the cult of the ancient Mesopotamian goddess Inanna Ishtar. I have given you 12 names that the ancient people had for the planet Venus. And in our next episode, we will conclude with the names of Venus.